reflect the opinions of the staff or management of Visionary-related entertainment.
Aloha, and welcome to Betty's Real Estate Corner, brought to you by Coldwell Banker, Sakamoto Properties, Roy and Betty Sakamoto. And today in the studio we have our daughter, Julie Sherlock.
Aloha.
Graduate of Lahainaluna High School, class of 1982. Roy, class of 1960. That was an appropriate number of years apart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's kind of a... we're all fortunate to be a part of Lahainaluna High School. Lahainaluna football, Lahainaluna everything. And that matters to me a lot.
Oldest school west of the Rockies.
That's true. It has a lot of history, more history than anyone can imagine. And the more you're around Lahainaluna, the bigger it is.
Well, the tradition lives on. You know, it's amazing. The roots tracing back to alumni from Lahainaluna. It's unbelievable.
I agree with you. Every time, we'll meet someone, and if they've lived in Maui for any period of time, the odds are they went to Lahainaluna High School if they lived in West Maui. And the competition between all of the schools here has always been huge. Huge.
Yeah. First question is, what class were you?
Yes, exactly.
When did you graduate?
So it is a pretty fun thing. I went to Baker Victory High School in Lackawanna, New York. Yes. And it was a great school. It had exactly the same number of graduates the year I graduated as Roy's class.
Yeah.
It was, I can't remember the exact number.
119.
Yeah, and we were like 120, maybe 119, but it was right around the same. So, and it was a great school. It didn't maybe have the football team that Lahainaluna has, or it didn't have the stadium that Lahainaluna has, but it sure was a great school. Anyway, so here we are. We're going to hopefully come up with some real estate information that will interest somebody today. We brought a lot of different information on properties. We're going to hear from Julie, see what she's got to say about being here. She's here right now for a week, was here a while ago. She came back home shortly after the fires and was able to get together with a lot of her friends. And they would sometimes just go down out in the water and talk, just get in the ocean and spend some time there. And that really made a big difference to everyone, didn't it?
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah.
It was just being together, being part of my community that I grew up in. It was really nice to be back here with them and spend some time together and try to help them heal through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
So, and we have that closeness, I think, circles back to Lahainaluna. My class was 129 people, and class of 82, we're still really close, and we took a trip to Vegas earlier this year to celebrate our 60th birthdays this year. But it was amazing. Everyone was affected by the fires in a different way, and just to be back together was really special. And I know it helped them heal, but it probably helped me heal too, because I wasn't affected. And, you have a little guilt for, not having gone through what they went through. It was just really hard for them. So anyway, Lahainaluna, special place, and it's still bringing people together to this day.
Yeah, and it's talking about healing. It's a community healing. And, we've been very, very involved in trying to get Lahaina back on its feet. It's a long process, but, gradually. And Lahaina deserves to be the shining jewel it always has been. And, it's unfortunate. The fire has been a horrific experience. But maybe it's a chance to start with a blank slate and redo Lahaina correctly. And hopefully we can do it, not only the residential areas, but the commercial areas. Downtown Lahaina, Front Street, lots of history. Hopefully we can capitalize on the history of it. Emphasize Moku'ula Island. former residents of King Kamehameha. And, just Lahaina, former capital of Hawaii, whaling capital of the Western world, basically. And so a lot of history here.
Well, I agree. And also we need to talk about, in general, I don't think we can solve any of these problems on the radio today, but housing for people in Maui, because it's not just about the fires. The housing is a major problem for people living here. The cost of housing keeps going up, and hopefully there's going to be a way. And I think the current mayor and governor all understand that and are going to be working on it, not just for Lahaina, but for all of the communities in Hawaii. Oahu has the same problem. All the islands have the same problem, housing. Very difficult.
Yeah, no question. And we're not unique. It's all over the world, really. There's foreign countries that are also experiencing the same problems we have. But, coming back to Maui and affordable housing on Maui, it's election time that we're coming up very shortly here. And, pay attention to your candidates running for office, get out there and vote, and pay attention to what they're saying about affordable housing. Lip service is great. Everybody likes to have lip service, but what are the candidates actually going to do?
I think for anybody that goes to any sort of a meeting of candidates, I think it's a question that's very important. How are you going to address housing for the people of Maui? And it's not just, again, because of fires or because of other things. There's land here. We all see the land. And I know that whoever it's owned by can be an issue, but I think there has to be a way that people step in and do this together, but find a way. And then once somebody's purchased, there has to be some sort of control on the fact that they are residents of Hawaii, that they are going to have jobs here, they're going to work here, and they're going to be a part of the community, because that is vital to our growth.
Oh, absolutely. And, one problem we on Maui have is a water issue. No doubt there's water issues everywhere with global warming and so forth. But I was in on a conference Zoom call, maybe a month ago, and there's some great technology that was developed in Saudi Arabia, and for lack of a better description, it's kind of like a radio antenna that goes up. It has some sensors, I guess you can call it. Not quite sure what, but they spin and they grab moisture out of the air. Now this works in Saudi Arabia, where we think it's all desert, and it's a good majority of it is. But they're able to grow veggies and so forth using this technology. And maybe it's something we should, also look into. I know the Maui County is aware of this. One of the gentlemen on the Zoom call was with the county, and we should also look at desalinization. There's a lot of new technology out there that we need to be aware of and incorporate that into our future planning.
I'm sure you're right, Roy. I think that I think most of us believed that we had all the water that we needed, even though we knew we didn't. So I think that now it is time to take these new ideas, innovative wherever they come from, and see if they are things that will work on Maui, and if Maui can afford the current expertise. And there should be a way to make anything like that happen.
Right, and and expedite the permitting procedures. It is so long and cumbersome that many developers are just saying, hey, if I have to wait 3, 4, 5 years to get my affordable project off the ground, it's not affordable anymore.
That's right.
So, we need to address problems like that.
And people do need homes, and it's everywhere. I mean, certainly it's not just Lahaina side, it's all over the island.
Yeah.
And hopefully some of the tiny homes, the ones that have opened at Kapalua, are really great. I think they're a 7-year plan, and it is going to provide housing. But I think that you need more of those, and maybe you need more permanent housing like that, because people are okay usually with something a little smaller here. And so let's all think about that.
No, absolutely. And there's, getting away from modular housing and so forth, which a lot of people look on it as kind of cracker box type housing. Not necessarily, but it does kind of look like it. The company that furnished the modular homes for us in Kapalua, for the 50 modular homes for golf course employees, and now we're opening those up to Kapalua employees in general. Daiwa House. Daiwa House has construction companies in California, Arizona, and Texas. And they're on board now as far as trying to help develop affordable housing. It could be like pre-cut construction, where it's almost like a kid home. Other manufacturers, some local here, have some great plans. Hansador for one. There's, I know, 3 or 4 others that have some great house plans. And so if we can expedite permitting for these homes, that's a big step forward.
I think you're right, Roy, and expediting is the word of the year, let's say, because there has to be a way that somebody can make a plan and build affordable housing, and it can't take 3 years. Because, again, we've seen people here that have built something. By the time they're ready to occupy it, they're already in it so deep that they can't do it as affordable housing.
Right.
So that's critical.
And even now, as parts of Lahaina are starting to rebuild, some of the square foot construction prices I'm hearing is unbelievable. It's astronomical, and it's not like people are building these huge custom homes, 3, 4, 5,000 square foot custom homes. But, for 2,200 square feet, if you're going to be charged $1 million or more, that's unbelievable. Sure, there's a material shortage, there's construction workers shortage, but it shouldn't be that high.
No, it should not be that high. I mean, there should be a way that affordable housing can be built at affordable prices. And that isn't really happening right now. And I don't know a solution to it. None of us do, but if somebody does, let's all hear about it.
Well, no, again, here we are, election time, and good time to air it out with the candidates.
Yes. So anyone that's getting into anything politically, raise the question.
Sure, absolutely.
Just raise the question.
Absolutely.
We did bring some of these, some of the information on housing with us.
Yeah, we are a real estate show.
That's right.
Before we get into our various listings and so forth, I'd like to pay homage to a classmate, one of my classmates from class of 1960, Lori Gomez Karinen, who passed away recently. And, she was so instrumental in the development of history and tradition at Lahainaluna. And to her husband, Larry, our deepest condolences to the rest of Lori's family. It's heart-wrenching. Sorry to lose you, Lori, but, I know you're watching over us.
When, Roy, do you have the information about when at Lahainaluna it will be happening?
Yeah, Julie has all the info here.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I was just going to share, too, that I think a lot of us called her Auntie Lori. And she was my Hawaiiana teacher, Hawaiian history, and she was an English teacher at Lahainaluna. She meant a lot to my class, as she did many other classes. And she was so special, always had a smile on her face. I think she always had a flower in her hair, too. She was like the most beautiful woman. And this weekend, there'll be a celebration of life for her at Borders Field at Lahainaluna on Friday, October 4th, tomorrow from 5 p.m. to 7:30. And then there's an additional service on Saturday out at Kapalua at Sacred Hearts Church at 8:30 in the morning until 12. And then she'll be laid to rest. And she was just so very special to all of us from Lahainaluna. And rest in peace, Auntie Lori Gomez Karanen.
And it is interesting to think that she was Roy's classmate and mattered so much to our daughter Julie here going to school. And Julie came here. What year did you actually? Well,
I think 78.
78.
1978, and then graduated in 82. And she was just so warm to me and welcomed me in a time that maybe was a little difficult to transition as a sophomore in high school. And very special lady.
Yeah, very special.
Very thankful and grateful.
You know, she grew up across the street from me on Lahainaluna Road. And we were together in the class of, I guess, 56 from King Kamehameha III school.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I'd forgotten about grammar school.
long history with Auntie Lori.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, she was, you'd see her at football games out there leading the big football players out
Yes.
there and singing the alma mater. And I know she really cared deeply about Lahaina and Lahainaluna and all the traditions that go with Lahainaluna.
And the
She did.
borders, too.
And the borders.
And
Yep.
the borders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wanted everybody to know the alma mater. If you're living here in Lahaina, you should know the alma mater.
No question.
And I've got to admit, I don't really know it. But this year will be my year to somehow figure it out.
Okay.
Okay. You're going to have to help, Roy.
Okay.
Both of
Got
us.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what a great lady, and, it's our loss is heaven's gain.
We will be there Friday night for the celebration at Borders Field. And hopefully anybody listening, will remember and come up there, because I think it's going to be a critical moment for Lahaina and for Lahainaluna and for all of the young people that have to this day. She matters. She matters to every class. Every class has mattered to Lori. Auntie Lori.
Auntie Lori.
Auntie Lori.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, anyway, big weekend ahead for Auntie Lori.
Big weekend. Well, shall we go ahead and look at some of these properties that we have?
Yeah, the overall market right now is quite interesting. Interest rates are headed down. We've got some great 30-year mortgages available. It's a great time to purchase. And for those of you sitting on the sidelines, just wondering, how low our interest rate's going to go, how low our price is going to go, why wait? Every day that goes by, you're losing. So talk to your favorite realtor. We can always help. My number is 808-870-7060, and Betty is 808-870-7062. And even if you're upcountry or wherever on Maui, and you want some information or somebody to work with, we at Komo Banker have offices upcountry in Paia,
Kihei.
Kahului, Kihei, and Kapalua. So we
And
can,
other places that we're probably skipping.
well, Big Island, KAOI, and Oahu. So we've got all the islands covered. So wherever you're looking for real estate in Hawaii, we can help.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's so many different things. I just happened to have looked a minute ago thinking, how many people are just looking for a home, just a place now. And Maui Terraces, I think that's a great property. And there's the lowest price that I've seen in there is at around $350,000, a studio apartment. But I think they're very livable. You can walk almost anywhere from there. And Mihailo Stoops has at least one of those that I know of listed.
Yeah, it's a great property. It's well located, and no reason why somebody shouldn't be buying this.
No, I mean
fairly quickly.
It's ground floor, easily accessible. Anybody can live in this property, and I think it's a great one. I mean, it's got a parking stall, got a little bit of everything, and it's supposed to. I have not personally seen it, but I think it is in relatively good shape. And if it isn't, it's small, and you can fix it up. You can make it look however you want.
Yeah.
So it'll be a great thing. But again, it's unit number G108, listed by Mihaela Stoops. And I think we're not going to try to give out many phone numbers here, but for the sake of this one, Mihaela's cell phone is 808-357-4000. Mihaela Stoops, Caldwell Banker Island Properties, Kapalua.
Yeah, great realtor, and she knows the market inside and out. Here's a very interesting home that's on the market. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home listed at $1,198,000. It's in the Olowalu area, and it's again 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, little under 700 square feet, but it's a great price, and Ray Chin from our office has the listing.
Another one here, Mihaela has at the Maui Eldorado, and that's been a favorite for Roy and I forever. It is still leasehold, but I think a great property, large studio apartment, unit K210, and again, listed at $585. You can walk to almost anywhere from there. But again, leasehold, but worth taking a look at. And whether you're going to be living there or whether you're going to be using it as a rental, it's really a great, great place. Fabulous.
Yeah. One thing we should mention also is that Komo Banker has a great rental program, long-term rental, short-term rentals. So, if you're interested in finding a rental, or if you have a property you want to rent out, either long-term or short-term, give us a call. Again, my number, 808-870-7060, or Betty at 808-870-7062. Or what's really easy is to hit on our website. We've kept our old Sakamoto Properties.com website, so go to sakamotoproperties.com, courtesy of Meyer Computer, and you can access anything you want to know about Maui real estate through our website.
Well, I don't think any of us is really watching the time today, but it does happen to be 12:27. So we're going to time out in not too many minutes. So I think if there's anything else you can think of that we should get across to people today, we've got 3 minutes left, basically, to come up with the information.
Well,
we're down to 2.
Yeah.
Excuse me, everybody.
Yeah.
If anyone...
love one another. It's life is short. You never know what's going to happen. God forbid something like the Lahaina fires ever happen again anywhere on Maui, anywhere in the world. I heard recently where that's the 5th largest disaster in U.S. history, the Lahaina fire.
Really? I haven't heard that.
102 fatalities, right?
Wow.
So, spread aloha.
Spread aloha.
Live aloha.
And live it.
Yeah.
Live aloha.
And love your parents, because I love these two. So happy to be here, and aloha to everybody.
Yeah, it's been a lot, in our lives here.
Yeah.
Julie, Roy, Betty, Julie's dad.
Danny Couch is teed up.
Oops, Danny Couch is coming. He's coming quick.
Lots of love and aloha to everybody out there.
And remember,
Aloha.
I love Hawaii. Thank you, Danny Couch, always.
Hawaii.